what it do? We're back.
Top 10, y'all. Top 10.
Top 10. Here we go. You know, this is the top 10 of the greatest Intercontinental Champions of all time. As you can see,
that is my favorite belt.
One of my favorite titles of all time.
I love that title.
This design right here. I'm not talking about the new one, and I'm not talking about that oval shaped one. This right here. Even though I got the updated WWE logo, I like the black strap better with the. WWF. I am going to get that one, but this would be a good. But this is my baby right here, AKA the workhorse title, AKA the working man's title, which would be the Intercontinental Championship. One of my favorite championships of all time. Coop, what are your fondest memories about the Intercontinental Championship?
Oh my gosh. Finest memories of the Intercontinental title, classic, what's it called? Coliseum video.
Yeah.
Watching a lot of old school wrestling tapes, watching all old school matches. I remember a lot of times where the Intercontinental Championship match, which actually was better than the main event. It was especially in the 90s. Especially when certain people was on his list. The Intercontinental title match was way better than the main event. These guys
matches,
go.
Man.
My gosh.
For all you youngins out there, I mean, it was when the Intercontinental Championship meant something, and it really meant something. Like, you know, that belt, you was like you said, some people get more excited about the IC title more than they got with the world title. I'm gonna tell you this, man. So many superstars wore that title. You know what I'm saying? So many superstars had a boosted by that title. But we're about to get into it. This is why we're here. Coop, let's start off with number 10. Start off with number 10. You want to go first, me? What's up?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna go first. So I'm gonna go with. Excuse me. I'm gonna go with somebody that's current.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that broke a record recently. I think it was like last year.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with somebody who would chop their shit out you in the ring.
I'm
gonna go with somebody who's a ring general.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with my man Gunther for number 10. Just the way when I enjoy Gunther as a champion. I enjoyed him as Intercontinental Champion. You know, when he came out to the ring, I feel like his style can fit in the early 90s. Or in the 80s, because the way he's presented is so great. Like, I will go Gunther for my number 10.
Yeah. I'm just going to touch on that too, man, because it was a period when the last couple of years that the IC title was kind of like an afterthought, and he brought prestige back to that championship.
Yes,
so
he did.
Yeah, I got nothing but respect for Gunther right there, and that's a good choice for number 10. But it's not my number 10. My number 10, man, I'm gonna keep it old school. I'm gonna start off with the Honky Tonk Man. I bought the Honky Tonk Man. I couldn't stand him. I still don't stand. I still can't stand him for real, but I respect him. So I'm gonna give him the number 10 spot. I just think that he was such he was just annoying with the title, but he was annoying in a good way because he put on good matches and he helped elevate certain people like Honky Tonk Man. Like, for prime example, when Ultimate Warrior first debuted and Ultimate Warrior, he took the squash for the title that quick. You know what I'm saying? He had to be a big man to do that. So I'm gonna give props to Honky Tonk Man. Let's start at number 9. Your number 9.
My number 9 is your number 10. My number 9 paved the way for my favorite Intercontinental Champion as entertainment-wise, one of them. I'm gonna go with Honky Tonk Man because he was so annoying back then.
Yeah,
you know, I'm like, oh, here you go again. Like, you know, he's winning a lot. He at one point he had a record for the longest title reign, to the point where I mentioned this before we started recording. You know, it's a whole Santino Morella thing. Like, put up the hunkometer. You know, so that was always exciting. So my number 10, I'm gonna go with the Honky Tonk Man for my number 9. Or is that? Yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting down. Like, every time you go a step down in the ladder, you kind of like, man, I wish I couldn't do that. I'm gonna have to go. My number 9 is gonna be Chris Jericho. That's number 9, greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Reason why I said because he held the belt 9 times. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's a record still standing right now, right?
Mm. Yeah, it is. It is.
The Miz might be the next person that could break it, but Jericho. And plus, he had some okay feuds when he had. Remember the China thing when he was the China. Very entertaining, and I think he hovered around that belt more than he hovered around the world title scene too. So, he did what Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people that he was feuding with around, and he elevated. So, let me see which one I was talking about. I think it was. I'm trying to think of which one it was. It was someone he fought Rey Mysterio. God, I can't remember that feud that he did. I think it was Bash. It was a Bash in 2009 or something like that. So
it probably was. Yeah. Probably was.
So that was a real good feud too. So I mean, Chris Jericho for number 9, man. But I think that that's a good choice for number 9. Go ahead. All
right, cool. We had number 8 for me, right?
Yep.
All right, my number 8. I'm gonna go with the guy we saw. The guy that we saw tonight open up the show. I'm gonna go with Randy Orton when he was in Evolution. And you could start to see him getting pushed really heavy.
Right.
You can see him with feuds like with Mick Foley, how Mick Foley, gave him that rub in that match. Pause. Just to. Ooh, I said I'll say this. That was cool. Jesus, I'm sorry, but but you can see how like he was getting pushed to the main event and he was up next. I'm gonna say it was like 04, 05 is around that time. 05, yep. Just to see, because it was a setup to see Randy Orton eventually win the world title. So I'm gonna go with that as far as my number 8, Randy Orton.
Right. Okay. My number 8. I am gonna go with this is hard. All right, because I really have to go back and switch this one. Number 8, I am gonna go with Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, okay. I'm not mad at that.
Reason why I say Ultimate Warrior for number 8 because he had the belt, and he only had that small run with the IC title that I thought that was most significant. That's when he first came in and he took the belt from the Honky Tonk Man and he had it all the way up till he wrestled Hogan at WrestleMania. I think was it 6? He WrestleMania? No, was it 6? No, it wasn't 6.
Yeah, it was 6. It was 6.
It was 6. Yeah, WrestleMania 6, and then he won in the title for title match. So I thought that was a pretty cool match, and that's like a staple in my childhood. Like you just remember that match, the Hogan and Warrior match. You know what I'm saying? That's a match that stands out in your head. But his IC title run was like mostly squash matches, man.
It was.
The only time he had a good IC title feud was with Ravishing Rick Rude.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah.
Right, yeah. Oh,
that's why I had to switch him out because Rick Rude is a little bit further up on my list.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh, I forgot it.
Yeah,
I messed up.
So, I mean, and even though like as a kid you might say, "Oh, Ultimate Warrior better than Ravishing Rick Rude," but no, his only good feud with the IC title was against Ravishing Rick Rude. So, I got Warrior as number 8.
Oh, that was good. Number 7. Ladies and gentlemen, these lists get harder every week. Especially as we go up, because sometimes I like the fact that when we pick our list, we can see our faces like, "Ooh, I forgot."
Right.
Dang, I forgot about this person. So we're at number 7, right? Yep. Dang, it's tough. Okay, my number 7, I'm gonna go with Chris Jericho.
Okay.
Being the fact that Jericho was able to hold his own through the Attitude Era, we had so many guys in the main event. You had Rock, Austin, Taker, Kurt Angle, Triple H, Mick Foley, all of them like circling in the main event. But you still had Chris Jericho doing his thing with the IC title. The feuds that he had with Chris Benoit were classic. The ladder matches, the last man standing matches.
Yep.
The matches, I think it was Eddie Guerrero, it was China, it was Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Jericho stole the show a lot of times in the pay-per-views. A lot of times, actually.
Right.
So I would say Chris Jericho for that.
All right, I agree with that one, man. What am I at, number 7?
Yeah.
All right, so my number 7, I'm gonna have to go with the final boss. Great one, most electrifying man in all sports entertainment. I think that The Rock, the IC title helped him out in his career. Like overall, the IC title, the feud he had with Stone Cold over the IC title, he had over with Triple H. The IC title really made The Rock, see if he was worthy of championship material. So, and then he actually did a great job with the title. You know what I'm saying? The feuds that he had. Remember when Austin threw the belt over to the water? Triple H feuding over the ladder match for the belt. So, yeah, the IC title really helped his career out. And without that run with that title, he wouldn't be who he is today, in my opinion.
Classic. Okay, good choice on that one.
Yep.
Oh, this is tough because sometimes you be like switching the list.
It's getting harder and harder, dog. Because I got
it's like, all right, number 6. Dang, this
no, man, you still on 7?
I said 7. No, I'm one ahead of you.
Okay, yeah.
I'm one ahead.
Okay, yeah, 6 for you.
6. Yeah, I'm one ahead of you.
All right.
Yeah. Dang, it's tough. All right, so my number 6. Excuse me. I'm gonna go with The Rock for my number 6. When he was with Nation Domination and he started to do his own thing, he started to break away from the Rocky Maivia character, and this is when you start to slowly see The Rock confidence come out. You start to slowly see the Cobra Rock come out. You start to see the catchphrases come out. Like, one of the underrated themes from The Rock is 1998. Before the Cobra win, that was one of my favorite themes. Like, that's the way he'd come out with the swag and everything like that. Yeah, I remember one segment in particular when Farouk was talking. They cut the promo backstage. Farouk is talking, and The Rock is just like sitting there, like mocking him the whole time. And to the point where you're not even paying attention to nothing Farouk is doing, you're looking at The Rock. To the point where, like, this guy, he started to take over, like, right here. So, my number 6, I'm going to go with The Rock. Okay. Nation Domination.
All right. So, my number 6, right? This is hard, man, because, like I said, these two can go, it could be 5, 6, or 6, 5. It don't matter. But for my number 6, I'm going to go with Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels. After he the Rockers, and he was doing his own thing. Run when he got it. And the same thing that title did for The Rock, what I just stated earlier. That title did the same thing for Shawn Michaels' career. It took him to another level. You got to see how he is as a singles competitor. The title helped boost his aura, his character. You know what I'm saying? So he just had classic matches. Remember the match with Razor at WrestleMania 10 with the ladder match. Countless feuds with the title. He had the one with the Bulldog when he first won the title. Remember he won the first won the title with the Bulldog? Yeah. So Shawn Michaels, man. Without that title, man, like I said, the Intercontinental Championship, and people, you know what I'm saying, let you guys know, this is the workhorse championship. This could tell you if you're ready for the main event or not. And that title proved my point. A lot of superstars who held it, they was ready for the main event. Not everyone, but yeah.
It's a few. That's a solid choice. Number 5, that's where it gets tricky. That's where it gets important. I'm gonna go with Razor Ramon. Man, when I think of the bad guy come out with the title with the swag and the feuds he had with Shawn Michaels, the ladder matches, the feud of Goldust, and like a lot of times Razor Ramon is very underrated. He doesn't get enough praise like he should. I feel like when people think of Razor Ramon, they think of Scott Hall. They give Scott Hall the praise. But a lot of people forget about how legit Razor Ramon is. Like, legit. Like, he can go in the ring. He had the presence. He had the mic skills. He had the swag. He came out with the ring. He just does everything. So, my number 5, Razor Ramon.
It's classic, yo.
Yeah, the bad guy.
Yep. Yeah, man. Good take on that one, man. That's one of my favorites, yo. But like I said, the next guy that I got for my number 5, you could do 1A, 1B, and that's what I was trying to say. It was hard between him and Shawn Michaels, but I'm gonna go Bret Hart, number 5. Same thing. What I just stated with Shawn and what I stated with The Rock is that title elevated him to a whole nother level, and then it introduced him to like the single competitor, to be a single competitor. Bret took off when he had that title, man. When he won that title, he just took off like lightning in a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you saw a whole new coolness factor with Bret. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was already cool with the Hart Foundation, he was like, "Damn, that's Bret Hart, man." You know what I'm saying? That, you know, he stands out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like legitimate. You start paying attention to more of his matches. You see how technical he could be. You know, just his aura, swag. Bret wasn't really as good on the mic as people say. People, but he wasn't really good on the mic. You know what I'm saying? But his wrestling, man, it speaks volumes, man. Like, I don't think nobody technically wise is still better than Bret Hart in the ring.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. I love that. Love that. Nobody. Now we have 4.
4. Yep. Here we go.
I'm gonna go with Bret Hart, arch nemesis at the time, Shawn Michaels, number 4. You talking about a guy who you knew he was going for the main event eventually. You can just tell. I think about like Shawn Michaels broke away from the Rockers. The whole barbershop incident, and he started to come out with Sherry. He started coming out to the ring, changed his whole theme music. He had the sunglasses. He had the little mullet. He had the style to him. His matches with Razor Ramon were super classic. He has so many good matches. His match at WrestleMania 9, like Shawn Michaels, my number 4. I'm gonna go with that.
Okay, it's good to know. All right, my number 4. I am going to go with the Ravishing Rick Rude. That's my number 4. Just he had like, what I'm saying, like this aura, this charisma, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just don't understand. He's another one that boggles my mind to this day. Like, why wasn't he a main eventer?
Right.
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 I can get deep into that because I can say that, Hogan prevented a lot of people from. He didn't really want to work with Rick Rude. That's what I heard. And that's the word on the street.
That would have been great, yo.
Hogan did not want to work with Rick Rude, and it's I think somebody from WCW said, I think Ric Flair even mentioned that. I think Ric Flair mentioned that Hogan had like a legitimate beef with Rick Rude, like he didn't want to work with him, like he was scared to work with him or something like that. Anyway,
I can see that.
Rick Rude cultivated the careers of Ultimate Warrior. He put Warrior on the map with the whole Warrior feud. It was like Jake the Snake. I think Jake the Snake went for the Intercontinental Championship, but Rick retained. There's a lot of things, a lot of people that he put over for that title, you know what I'm saying, as a heel, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to give it up for Rick Rude, man. Very underrated.
Very underrated. We always say to people all the time, for all you
sweat hogs.
Hillbilly
sweat hogs, take a look at the Ravishing one, man. Yeah.
Oh man. I
remember he went on the Regis filming in Kathy Lee, and he was like he was chasing her around, like not chasing her, but yeah, he was chasing her up the steps, and you know what I'm saying, shaking his ass and stuff like that. Man, I was like, yo, but hey, Rick Rude was really he was about that life, behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect him.
Oh wow. Dang, he'll pack you up.
One of those ones.
Dang. Okay, gotcha. All right.
Right.
Ooh. All right, where we at? Number 3, right?
3.
Oh, it's tough.
It's tough, man.
I'm going number 3. When I think of Intercontinental Championship, when I think of the belt that you currently have right now on your shoulder,
right,
and the black strap, this guy, his music, I think of Mr. Perfect. He represented the Intercontinental titles so well. Like he was one of those. He had a certain swag about him. He can go on
that damn music, boy. When that music hit, it was showtime.
Yeah, yeah, that towel and just threw it. So I'm gonna go with Mr. Perfect with number 3. I'm gonna go with
good
that.
Choice, yo. Good choice. I'm also gonna go with Mr. Perfect number 3 because he just basically, like you said, man, the aura, the swag. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of the decade of the '90s. So I think he held it for 280 days, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But Kurt Hennig is another wrestler that is so damn underrated. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have been in the world title picture.
Crazy.
But
crazy
injuries. I think he had some injuries in the not mid '90s, but early '90s. He hurt his back, which prevented him because he was already about to get pushed. But I heard that the injuries kind of slowed him down. But he always stayed hovering in that mid title with the IC belt. And he's another one I wish, like, God, I wish he would have had one opportunity to hold the gold, like the actual world championship. But rest in peace, Kurt Hennig, man. That's one of my favorites, yo.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, number 2.
So we had top 2. We had number 2 now.
Yeah. Number 2. This man, he had a classic match at WrestleMania 3. It was one of my favorite matches to the point where I know that match verbatim, move by move.
Don't do it to me.
It's the man right here, man. You know what I'm saying? No pukester in the front, no pukester in the back. The Macho Man. Why am I still talking like this? The Macho Man Randy Savage, my number 2. Like, this man was everything. For me, to be totally honest, before Hogan started doing this BS, I always thought that Macho Man Randy Savage was a better wrestler than Hulk Hogan. To me, that's my honest opinion. Like miles. You know what I'm saying? Macho Man should have got way more accolades than he should have. So my number 2, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Right. Oh man, that's good one. Okay, so you touched on a couple spots before, but I'm gonna go with Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. I'm gonna go with Razor Ramon for number 2. When I think about the Intercontinental Championship, I think about the bad guy, like the ladder match. You know what I'm saying? The swag. You know, when he had the gold. You know what I'm saying? Like he carried the belt like it was the world championship. You know what I'm saying? And he's another one that boggles my mind that did not see as a world champion, and he had the size and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like the
crazy, right?
Like, on some other stuff, yo. Like straight up, on some other stuff. But Razor Ramon, man. Like I can't say nothing. This guy was. When I think about the IC title, I see Razor Ramon next to the IC title. Put it like that. Just
I love
classic all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Classic. Yep. Oh, here we go. Number one. All right, so this guy is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Right. I'm gonna go with Bret the Hitman Hart as far as my number 1 because I remember SummerSlam '93. Mr. Perfect hurt his back, so he put Bret Hart over. And I remember when Bret won that title, how much it meant to Bret. And how much it meant to me as a fan to see Bret carry that title.
Right.
Ever since after Bret won that match, like you said earlier, his career took off to a whole different direction. Right. To your point, he carried that Intercontinental title like it was the world title. Mm-hmm. It was a certain pride that a lot of the guys on this list carry the title as, this is the title, I'm going to carry it with pride, I'm going to defend it with pride, it's going to be taken seriously. So I would say Bret Hart for my number 1 as Intercontinental Champion of all time, as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to go with that.
Right. Okay. So now I'm going to take another one out your playbook because my number 1, and you already touched it, WrestleMania 3. I had the shirt on one episode.
You did.
Title, and that was Savage versus Steamboat, and Randy Savage is my number 1 Intercontinental
Champion. I can see that. I like that.
When, like you said, I remember Coliseum home videos and just looking at that match. I know that match. Just like you say, you know that match hand to hand. That's one of my favorite matches of all time. I don't give a damn what match you put in front of it is not going to beat that match right there. It was just well done. Savage held that belt like it was the world championship, and there was some instances where it was a sideshow with Hogan sometimes, like the antics and stuff like that. But Macho Man carried the Intercontinental Championship like he the world champion, So Savage did a great job with the IC title, and he actually was the first person, because the Intercontinental Championship been around since 1979.
Yeah.
Patterson was championship, but you really didn't pay attention to who the champion was. So Savage got the belt, and he got I think it was Pat Patterson, Greg the Hammer Valentine. So there's no particular order. Pat Patterson, Greg the Hammer Valentine had it. Pedro Morales had it. But you really didn't start paying attention to the IC title until Savage got the belt, in my opinion.
That's true. That's true.
So when Savage actually got him, like, damn, that's my guy right there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, nobody. I know I just said Razor of my number 2. I said when you look up IC title, you see Razor by it, but when you flip the page over, you see Intercontinental Championship. That guy, Savage. Savage is the Intercontinental Champion, in my opinion, man.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that because Instagram post that posted about like the top 10. Savage is the first person that popped up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So Savage was the first one that popped up. Like that's cool. So I'm not mad at that. I love that.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he took that belt when he first got it. He beat Tito Santana, and I don't think he beat him at Madison Square Garden, if I'm not mistaken. So,
yeah,
I know he beat Tito Santana to get the belt. So, yeah, Strike Force, one half of Strike Force. So, him and the model Rick Martel. You know what? Rick Martel had this. Rick Martel. He was like, I looked at one list. He was like number 15 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Model. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. Man.
But yeah, man. This actually was a great episode right here, like for top 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really enjoyed it because this list was really hard for me, but I had everything ready, so big ups.
Championship series. That's what we're going to do. So
next week,
you want to pick it? You want to pick it?
Yeah,
you pick
this time.
Yeah.
We can save the world title for last.
Let's do
the greatest WWF, WWE. No, we don't even gotta do WWF. If you really want to dig in the bag, let's just do all around greatest top 10 tag teams of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right.
Next week, ladies and gentlemen, the top 10 list is going to be top tag teams of all time. And now, mind you, this is not just WWF. This is, you can put AEW, you can put NWA, AWA, you can put New Japan, you can put WWE, you can put WWF, you can put TNA, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
It's got to be the top 10 tag teams of all time. I'm not going to be biased. Yeah.
I'm gonna do my research because there are a few all top of my head I can think of.
I got 7 of them off the break. I can count 7 of them right now, but
Yeah, I got 5 like already. Okay, let's do this. All right, cool.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, man, for tuning in for this top 10. We appreciate it. Like I said, check out the merch, all the Gold Podcast hats, all the Gold Podcast sweatshirts. We got the mugs. We're going to let you guys know when they're getting production, but we just wanted to show off our new merch and stuff like that. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. Cool. You got any words for the people?
Again, as always, thank you so much. We appreciate y'all's support. Like we always say, this is a slow climb. It's the greatest climb in the world. This is why we're so consistent. We appreciate y'all, and this has been great.
Right. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, next week is the top 10 tag teams of all time. Check us out. Like and subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit the share button. Tell your mom. Tell your friends. Tell your grandma. Tell your dad. Tell your uncles. Yo, like and subscribe, man. Thank you.
There you go.
We'll see you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.